Hey everyone, Happy New Year. If you've already met me, welcome back. I'm excited to see all those familiar names, and for all those who don't know me yet, you'll hopefully get used to my voice because I may not, very likely, I will not meet you in person unless you want to do that, which I would love to do. Um, and if we can work that out, but it's not required. This is an online class. So, though I love meeting and knowing my students, I may not see you in person. So, welcome to class, and I hope you get to know me in other ways over the semester. I am not finished loading the course, so I'll keep working on that this week. But in the meantime, I did want to send you this information so you kind of know what to expect. And also note that I'll be sending this from two courses in Blackboard. One is your field experience that's associated with the inclusive curriculum course, and then the content course inclusive curriculum. So there are two separate Blackboard areas that I want you to make sure you have. And you should get this. This particular announcement will come from both places. It will have the exact same thing in it, but I want to make sure as we go into the semester that you're getting announcements from me from both places, because I will communicate with you about your field experience, your placements, over the course of the semester in that Blackboard space. I will not talk about it in the course content Blackboard shell. So I want to make sure that's really, really clear. And something I have not put in here that I want you to know is that in this list, I'm sorry I didn't put it, but you will have two placements this semester in two different spaces, and each of those will require you to be in the field 18 hours for a total of 36. So again, you will be assigned by the college. It will not, if you've had me in class before, you had some options about where you could go. In this case, I am going to try to request specific places for you, but I may or may not be successful in that effort. So just keep in mind you will be getting a notice about your first placement, which will, my experience with this is that it usually comes a couple of weeks after the course starts, and then you have a 6-week period to complete the first placement. Then the second placement begins for a 6-week period. I believe it's 6 weeks. And then you will be placed in your second placement site, which will not be the same as the first one. And you will have an additional 18 hours. So it's two 18-hour placements. And I will do my best to get you into a space you can manage and work with. On that note, please, 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 if you get a placement that is not going to work for you, or you have any issues at all with placement, please contact me immediately. I can and will intervene on your behalf if I see that it makes sense to do so. For example, last semester that I taught this course, I had two students. One was a mom, and she's working full time, and the other was a student who had a medical condition. And for both of them, I was able to work out some other kinds of arrangements for their placements to make it different than what they were originally assigned, because their original placement assignment was not going to work for them. So I did want you to know that right away. I did not write all that here because it's so complicated, but I do want to let you know that right away. More information, of course, will be coming about that, but I did want to let you know about that. Here's what you'll have most weeks. First of all, you will not do anything over your spring break. If I have my way, I won't assign you anything. Let's put it that way. I want you to enjoy your spring break. So go ahead and make your plans. That's cool. Each week, you will each have readings, viewings, discussion board, which will basically be reflection and sharing. And I don't do typical discussion boards. I, as an instructor, find the ones that I have participated in myself very boring and kind of rote. You just get in them, yes, I have my thing that I posted and then I respond to somebody. We're not doing that. So just know that every discussion board will have different things to do. So you'll actually have to read the directions. They will not be the same every week, and they will not be like the ones that perhaps you've had in the past. And then I'll do some self-care check-ins just because I'm not seeing you. I want to make sure you're okay, and that I'm doing everything I can to support you. All right. So some weeks, so that's each week. Some weeks you'll have assignments in small increments that are going to build towards your hat assignment. So you will have little assignments leading up to the hat assignment, but they're basically to help you create your 3 lesson plans that you'll need for the hat assignment. That comes towards the end of the semester. You'll work on them a little bit at a time, as I say. So then you will be required toward the end of the semester to videotape yourself implementing one of your 3 lesson plans. Now, I will say this: if you're in your first 6-week site at your site, and you're at a site where you just feel super comfortable, if you want to go ahead and get a lesson plan approved by me to implement there because you feel super comfortable there, please do that. Just send me an email and say, hey, I'm in this placement. I know it's the early part of this semester, but I'd like to do my lesson plan here. Can I do that? And then you and I can work that out, because you may get a second field placement where you don't know the place, you've never been there before, and you're not sure. But you're in a field placement already in your first half of the semester where you feel really good. Please take care of yourself and do your videotaped lesson in a place that you feel really good and comfortable. If that doesn't happen the first placement, then hopefully it will happen in the second placement. But just keep in touch with me about that. Here are your textbooks. Here's the one for the content. These are 2 books here. Then you have 2 books here. I want to just mention, to see 4 textbooks might feel daunting, but I want to assure you, these are, if you've had me for class before, you know I am not a believer in textbooks that weigh 10 pounds and have 500 million pages. I am a believer in very clear, well-written, and not 500 million page books that really get to the heart of what we're doing. And I believe I have these books for you that are actually going to be books you will keep and use in your future teaching experiences, not just this one. The 2 books for the field experience are the same way. They're super easy reads. Pursuing Bad Guys has a lot of photographs in it, so which you're going to love. And the topics in these 2 are real life experiences teachers have had implementing specific projects and lesson plans in their classrooms. And they're writing about their experience, they're documenting their experience. So it's a fantastic way for you to have a field experience and read about other teachers' field experiences, basically. So I think you'll really enjoy them, and the feedback I've gotten on them from workshops and other courses from students for all 4 of these books is that they loved them and they ended up keeping them because they're great references for any teacher to have in the future. I hope that's the case for you, but if not, then of course you can resell them. And these should be available. I did adopt them through the college, so you shouldn't have any trouble getting them. But if you do, let me know quickly, because Exchange Press in particular will easily provide them for you directly. And then John Hunter's book may even be available in the public library. I haven't looked for a few years to see, but it's definitely available in used form online at various online book selling platforms. So you can find a used copy of that pretty cheaply. So, let me know if you need any help with that. I actually interact with and know John Hunter, so I can be helpful that way. If you really have trouble, I can just ask him to, where are your books? Okay, so welcome. I hope this helps for now. I'm sorry it's so long, but I wanted to make sure you had plenty of information on the 2nd of January before we start next Monday officially. Just so you know, it's not a self-paced class, so you do have due dates you begin on the usual routine on a Monday, or excuse me, I usually send out your assignments for the coming week on Thursday or Friday, and then but nothing is due from each week until Sunday at midnight. So you have a full 7 days. I do not cut the week short. I know some instructors like to do that, but I know sometimes you're working over the weekend. It's the only time you have to do the course. And just know you will be able to see each week on the Thursday or Friday before the Monday when the week starts. You'll be able to see what the assignments are. You'll have an overview recording from me like this one, and it'll tell you everything you're doing and kind of maybe even do a preview of weeks to come. And so you will know over each weekend what is happening. And I'm hopeful that will be make life easier for you. So know that my promise to you is that on Friday, January 5th, you will have everything you need to start the course on Monday, January 8th. And I'm hopeful that this is something to at least get you through this week, so you don't have lots of wondering about what's going on in the class that starts on Monday.